what would you describe as the most challenging interview? Difficult interview? Yes, Neeraj is probably a very shy person, and we've seen that with the few interviews that he's given in the recent days. But what really made you sweat? Which was the most challenging interview?
I haven't sweat at all. I don't mean to be boasting or anything like that, but no, yeah, I've never had a situation like that.
Right.
Where I would have to sweat, or where I would be like, oh my God, what's going to happen now, or what's going to happen next, has never happened. But not challenging, but interviews generally as a whole. I can remember one interview that I did with Kiran Rijiju. He was Minister of State back then when he had just been elected and came into Parliament. I think it was way back in 2014 or 15. It was, I can't remember quite clearly. Right. And he wasn't even staying in his house. A house was not allocated to him. Right now, he's got a nice and sprawling, spacious bungalow, of course. But back then, he was staying in one of the bhavans. Delhi has a lot of these state houses. So I can't remember if it was his state house or another state house, but it was somewhere next to the Tamil Nadu Bhavan, I remember very clearly. And the interview was supposed to happen at, I think at about 7:30 or so. But the man was so busy that he came at 1 o'clock, and we were waiting there with the team till about 1 o'clock, 1 a.m. And we did the interview past 1 a.m. So this was
morning, right?
Yeah, 1 a.m. 1 a.m. So that was one interview, one challenging interview that we did. And we really had to wait long for that. Another interview that I can remember this way was with BJP's South Bangalore MP, Tejasvi Surya.
Right.
So this was before he actually became an MP. But he was the talk of town. Everybody wanted to interview him. It was a very prominent seat. Anand Kumar was not contesting there after such a long time because he was no more. But then, I'd gone to interview him, and there too, it was challenging, not because of anything else, but he had so less time. And we at Rajya Sabha TV had slots of 30 minutes. We didn't have 10-minute slots or 7-minute slots or anything like that. So the challenge was to try and stretch that interview for 25 minutes because his people around him constantly wanted him to, get out of there. And that interview too, I think took place at around 12:45 or something like that, past midnight.
Right.
So the wait time and, just having nothing else to do, is challenging, I guess. But otherwise, I've never been in a spot, so to speak, right through my career. But I would like to talk about the first time that I went on air, the first time that I anchored a newscast. All right. I think this was I was already a journalist for many years back then, but I just stepped into the world of television anchoring. This was in January 2010, January or February 2010. I can't quite remember, late January, early February. I was with an organization called News 9. It no longer exists. It's part of the TV9 group. It was part of the TV9 group, a very big group. And there was this whole incident of this Nityananda breaking on television about him and his, I don't know, exploits is what I can call it. And I was the morning anchor and the story just broke. And I went into the studio at 7 o'clock and I hadn't anchored a newscast before that ever. All right. I just went there and I sat on the chair. And I remember I had to speak about the damn thing for about an hour and 45 minutes or 2 hours or something till the other person could come and relieve me. And I didn't know what I was doing, but I don't know. I somehow managed and pulled it off for 2 hours. And I think that was the most challenging experience for me, sitting in the anchor's seat or the anchor's chair. And I'll be honest with you, till then, I hadn't even heard of Nityananda. So I didn't even know who this man was, what he had done, or what he was all about. So sitting in a situation like that, I just got one line saying that there is a controversy regarding Nityananda, talk about it now. And I managed to pull it off for 2 hours. I still don't know how I did it. I drew a blank. I mean, I was blank at that point in time, but my mouth kept going. I don't know how. I guess there have been many instances like this where, in life where I've not had a clue as to what's happening, but my mouth has kept going. I guess it is Devi Ma speaking through me and, just helping me hold fort. Nothing else. What more can I say? So that's how it is. Yeah. So I would say that was the most challenging incident. Yeah.
Learning to improvise is a great challenge. And I think that's something that I've realized in the last few months. here at Chitti Media. Now, you're a Bangalore boy, and your career has been majorly in Delhi in the power circles. Now, how did you find yourself?
Oh, well, this is also another story where I have to bring in my better half, my wife here, because Nari Shakti has helped me along the way all through my life, right? And we were just married, and we got married in the year of July 2012, and in October 2012 we were in Delhi, and it was a big decision because you ask any Bangalorean who wants to stay in India, not otherwise. Any Bangalorean who wants to stay in Bharata will say that he does not want to stay anywhere else other than Bangalore.
Correct.
it's as simple as that. And yes. I was going through that issue as well, and that was constantly playing on my mind. And my wife said, "No, let's pack up, let's go, because this is a massive opportunity for you. How long are you going to be here at News 9, and how long are you going to be in Bangalore? You've done whatever it is that you have to do in Bangalore. You worked here for 3 years. Done. Now, let's pack up. Let's leave, because I want to see you succeed, and I want to see you do well at the national level." So it was my wife who took that decision for me, and I must thank her. And it is because of her that I am here today. And then we packed up and we left. We had hardly been married 3 months, but we immediately packed up and left, and I joined NewsX. Right. And my wife and me also met in TV9. She's also a journalist, no longer a journalist though. So NewsX I had one condition, that if I'm moving, then my wife also has to be given a job there, which they agreed. So we both anchored at NewsX as well, stayed there for a year, and then I moved on to Rajya Sabha TV in 2013. That's the story.
Please remember to subscribe to us and switch on the notifications for this channel. For our other social media links, more content, and to support our work, please visit citti.net. Dhanyavad. Namaskar.